Good evening from Quincy High School. This is Quincy High Blue Devil basketball, Western Big Six. As we get ready for tonight's game, it is senior night here at Quincy High as the Devils come in 22-6, 10-3 in the conference. This is a non-conference game. Hannibal last record came in 11-8. We just got done with the senior ceremony as 5 seniors here on the Blue Devils honored, and that was a great tear-jerking tribute there up on the video board as we watched that early there, and kind of why we got on just slightly a little bit later than normal here as the Blue Devils trying to wrap up their home season here undefeated. As you know, they are played all their games here except for the game on Saturday at Blue Devil Gymnasium, so actually they will be undefeated if it is here at this court. Looking out the other night, we had the games there on February 3rd. That was the tough one against East Moline on Saturday. We lost 41-22. Other games in the conference was Sterling beat Moline 54-48. And Alleman beat Geneseo 61-50. That game was played on Monday night, and there is no score still from the Rock Island and Galesburg game, so the Devils find themselves in second place, looking at a possible tie with Galesburg. But like we said, this was a senior night, so it's a fun night for the girls, and we had a chance to talk to Coach right before the ball game, and here's what Coach Dance had to say. Here we go. This is a special night, non-conference with the Pirates, but you're playing for senior night. And we've got 5 seniors out there, and let's spend the whole time talking about the 5 seniors. Break them down and give me a little bit about each.
They're all real good kids, and collectively, as a group, it makes for a heck of a team. Individually, Leah Chevalier, started the last 3 years, one of the best defensive players I've ever coached. She does a great job, both ends of the court, but especially on the defensive end. Works hard, does what she needs to do. Jasmine Lewis hasn't gotten a lot of the time that she would like to, but she still comes in and works hard. When she gets in there, she contributes and does what's asked of her. Layla Dade has been a point guard since middle of her freshman year, so this is almost her 4 full years of starting for me. And she keeps developing and keeps maturing, and great kid. She just very personable, and I love having her around. Bree Lannard has played the last 2 years. Bree's a amazing soccer player, and she thinks she's not very good at basketball, but she really does a good job, and she defends so well. She finds the open person, and it's fun to watch her in the open court. And then Taylor Foe, who's started for 3.5 years for us now, and the go-to person in the post. Recently got her 1,000 point. I mean, she's awesome to have. I mean, and I'm really going to miss all 5 of these girls. But it's fun to see them as they've matured throughout the course of their career. Used to be quiet freshmen, and now you can't get them to be quiet. We have talks after practices, and it's like finally, 15, 20 minutes after we're sitting out here talking, I was like, we got to go. But it's just fun. We're just talking about stories, and usually it's making fun of me and things that I've said about them or done whatever. But it's a good group, so I'm looking forward to tonight.
And think about it, this is one of the only groups that might be able to say back-to-back 20-win seasons.
Yes, it is. I can't imagine, or I can't remember when the last time that's ever happened. It's a special group, and they put a lot of time in, especially in the off season, and they've done that since their summer of their 8th grade freshman year. And it's definitely paid off, and they've made a name for themselves, and they've kind of got the program going in the right direction.
We've talked about and joked about holding Taylor back. We can hold all of them back if we want for one more year if you'd like.
Yeah, I would love to. We could call it a COVID year or something. That'd be great to have them all back for one more year.
All right, let's turn to Hannibal tonight. Non-conference game. Hannibal's about 500. I think they're 11-8, if I'm not mistaken. What do you see from the Pirates?
They're going to come out and they'll be real competitive. Sean's a heck of a coach, and he'll have them ready to go. We've got to make. Last year they shot lights out when we played them. We've got to make sure that we defend a little better than we did. We've got to make sure we keep them off the boards. We can do that, and we can look to score. We've got to have better offensive execution than we did last time out.
And I will end with this, although I wasn't going to. Nice to be back in our gym.
Yes, it is. If we get this one tonight, we'll still be undefeated in home games this year.
I like that. Good job,
there you go. That was the goal.
Good luck. And that was Brad Dance. He's powered by Kunis Honda and Kunis Hyundai. And we're back with the Blue Devils and the Pirates in a second here on megasportsco.com. And we're back here after Coach Dance gave us that interview, getting a chance to talk to some fans. Actually, I had just asked him, Lucas Peters over here, and that is part of the Peters Heating and Air Conditioning Peters, which we all went to St. Dominus, went to Quincy Notre Dame. His daughter plays a Josie is on the JV team over here. Had a chance to talk to a number of them here. Well, you heard with Coach Dance there, it's the senior night here, and if you notice on my initial call at the beginning of the broadcast, I said Western Big Six. I'm so used to Western Big Six, and this team has done such a great job. We also talked to Coach Dance there, and you heard me say this might be one of the only teams that's gone 20-20. Well, I talked to Bob Lowry before the ball game, and I got to believe that his daughter Jamie Lowry was in those teams over there in the 90s that played well. So they were regional and maybe even sectional champions. I believe it was 95, 96, 97, 98. So we'll double check that, but I think that might be a couple. You'd have to go back at least 25 years plus to find a back-to-back 20-game season winning for the Blue Devils. And they've done well all season long. As we get ready for the postseason, it's coming up. We've got Moline on the road tomorrow night, and that is Thursday. We make 2 trips to Moline. On Friday, we're there for Moline and Sean Taylor's Maroons as the Devils go out trying to close out their season as well against Moline, Rocky, and Rocky. And then it's next week already, Monday, Belleville East in the O'Fallon Regional, and we will be there for that. Should be a great ball game there. Coach Pettit will join me, and he'll join me again tomorrow night, Friday night, and Saturday night as we go Moline, and Jacksonville 3 days in a row. Looking at the Devils on their season now, Jada Brown leading the team in scoring right now at 16.3. She's also just shy of 7 rebounds a ball game. Taylor Foley just shy of 12 points a game, 6.2 rebounds. More importantly, she leads the team at the post in assists with a 2.6 average. In fact, all 5 of the starters have at least 2 assists or more per game. You drop down to Miley Loncourt with a 2.4. Also, Layla Dade has a 2.4. 2.2 for Jada Brown, and 2 even for Leah Chevalier, and that's assists per game. Pretty nice stuff there. And, of course, Miley Loncourt is averaging 10.3 as a freshman. Leah Chevalier is around 5, and Layla Dade's been picking it up. She's at 6.4 points per game. The Devils come in averaging right around 54 points a game. They are giving up just 32.6, and even in their loss Saturday, a positive that you can take from it is they only gave East Moline 41 points. They gave up 56 on the road earlier this season, so pretty impressive stuff, even though they couldn't put it together offensively. Dang good game out here. And, of course, there's Marty Hull coming in. I think Marty Hull's got a daughter playing right now. Marty, the coach down at the Hannibal Pirates. Hopefully have a chance to chat to him. And, of course, Ron Mack, I talked to him a little bit before the ball game. Oh, yes, and Ron was an old catcher for Milts there. So he used to catch for Milts in fast pitch, and he used to catch Dick Thompson. So that's why the conversation came up and why you're getting it here on the broadcast. So that was some good stuff out here. Of course, he said well before my time when I got into fast pitch. That was pretty good. So thank you, Ron Mack, for your time out there. And it's been a blast out here. Also, by the way, the sophomore game, 49-37, Devils won. And that one goes out to Joanne Walkett. Joanne asked me before the game, how come you never mentioned the prelim game? I said, Joanne, I try to, but the minute the game's over, I look away, and when I look back, they've already taken it off the board, and nobody can tell me the score. So I will make it a promise and a pledge to you. I will have the sophomore games. I only got one more to go here as we got Moline, but we will make sure we give you the sophomore game at Moline. We put 8 minutes up on the board, and we're ready to get going here. We'll be ready for our national anthem. We'll stand, face the flag, take our hats off, and our hand on our heart, honoring our flag and our country. and our national anthem there. Also with us tonight, Bill Schuler has joined us as he is broadcasting the Hannibal station. Bill said he got his first paying gig here in this gymnasium. Of course, Bill's a 1978 graduate from Quincy High. He's been doing KHMO and kick stuff for a long time, a lot of the Hannibal stuff. Doing a good job there as well. Bill's in the house, and kind of cool to find out this is where first place he got paid. I didn't know he was getting, I thought we did this stuff for free. Jeff Wellman here for the broadcast tonight, if I did not tell you that. Here's Hannibal Pirates, 11-8 coming in. Malia Stolte, she'll wear number 1. Also, Aubrelli Krigbaum. I got to double check that. That doesn't look right. Number 3. Abby Martin will wear number 11. Their 4-starter there, Mariah, number 24. And Caitlin Ferguson with a hyphen minor, number 31. Of course, the coach for the Hannibal Pirates, Sean Gaines. As we get ready, Hannibal in their road black trimmed in red and white. And it was great talking to Ron Mack before the ball game, too. We talked about Greg Nesbitt, the running back and coach there from Hannibal, and then went on to Columbia Hickman and also into Truman State. I was fortunate enough to teach with him the last year, one of the last years he was down at Hannibal before we started the Quincy College football program. And I thank Greg. He helped me out back in the day, and just a couple years ahead, pretty good running back from Hannibal. And of course, he went to Truman State as well. Now for your starting lineup for the Blue Devils, and they'll go all seniors tonight. 5 seniors, they're going to start. Number 3, Bree Lannard. She'll start at the guard. Also, Leah Chevalier. She wears number 4. You heard Coach Dance in the pregame. If not, go back and listen. He talked about all the girls. Your 3rd starter, Layla Dade. She's been a starter, number 22. As you heard from Coach Jasmine Lewis, not a lot of playing time, but I talked to her a couple games ago. She hit 2 free throws at the end of a game. Looked like a superstar, just smooth and nothing but net. Jasmine wears number 40, and in the middle, Taylor Foey, she'll wear number 42. So the 5 seniors starting off for tonight. They'll wear their home white trimmed in blue. And we've got the band down here as well. Always love having the band. And you can see the screen there. For those who watched the game last night against Alaman with the Blue Devils, we're not real sure after the Blue Devil opening pregame why everything went cloudy for a half. It's almost like it was having a hard time adjusting to the light like an old guy like me. So anyway, we'll keep an eye on that tonight. We're glad you're here. This is Blue Devil basketball taking on the Hannibal Pirates on mechasportsco.com. And of course, the pregame was powered by Cunis Honda and Cunis Hyundai. Leah Chevalier's in for the opening tip. We'll tell you a little bit about that before the ball game. She gets up, loses the tip. Stolte will have it for the Pirates. Devils will drop back in their 1-2-2. Chevalier at the point. Lannard and Dade. Down low, Lewis and Foey. Right side, long 3 from the tray. From the southpaw. Shot was missed by Mayfield. Rebounded by the Devils. Devils across half court. Bring it to left side, Lannard. Goes into the short corner. Taylor Foey takes it all the way to the hole. Off the glass, no good, but she's going to shoot the first free throws of the game. First foul of the game was gone against number 11, Abby Martin. And Foey's going to shoot 2. Nice ceremony for these seniors and their parents and significance before the ball game, as we watch the video board as well. Foey's second one is good, 1 out of 2, and we've opened up with a 1-0 lead for the Devils. Devils will drop Chevalier, pick up at half court. Right side to Martin. Martin skips it over to the left side. Martin gets it back on the right side again after it went to the left. Stolte passed it off to Krigbaum. And the ball went out of bounds. Last touch by Martin. 7:20. We played 40 seconds here early in this one. Good crowd here at Blue Devil Gymnasium on both sides. Pirates brought a good contingency as well. Pressure being applied at half court. Devils get it across. Foey into the right corner. Bounces out in the short corner. Chevalier almost dribbled out of bounds, and then after getting double teamed, Leah stepped out of bounds, so a turnover goes back over to the Pirates. Got down there in the point of no return there where he got trapped by 2 of the Pirates. Right side, Krigbaum with the basketball. Lannard pops over to the other side to Martin. Inside of the high post is Stolte. 4 on the perimeter. Dribbling off to that side is Mayfield. Mayfield tried to make the pass across court, Leonard stepped up to steal, and she got it out to Foley. Here comes Foley in the front court. Chevalier will set it back up. It skips to the opposite side. Dade to Foley in the corner. Taylor skips over here to the left side, down to the short corner. Leah Chevalier tried to make a drive inside, tripped. Accidental there, but the foul will be called on Krigbaum. Her first, Pirates second. Layla Dade will trigger, box out of bounds play. Foley pops to the corner, back out to Chevalier. Here comes Dade behind the screen. No shot, good coverage by the Pirates. Inside, and a good double team, but Foley just stepped in, separated the double team, and hit the bucket. Pirates had a good double team on her down in the block, and when Taylor stepped down, she just parted the ways. Pirates off the right side. Martin skips over left side in the corner. Here's a three, fired out long time. Southpaw misses Mayfield. Mayfield's got the shot. She's put one up from the right wing and one from the left corner. Dade drives down, the short little touch. Good shot. Dade goes up with a little runner, hits the rim a couple times, and in. Devils up 5-0 in this one. Inside 6 minutes, first quarter action here at Quincy High Gymnasium. Still 4 in the perimeter. Back into the high post. This time switching out in the high post was Ferguson Minor. Making a cut to the basket. Nice cut to the basket and good shot, but missed. Lewis was on the rebound. Martin made the good cut and the good shot just off the right. Lewis down on the block. She kicks back out to Leonard. Dade will set it up. Will come left. Dade in. Now a little 14-footer. No good. Foley fights for the rebound. She's got it. Second opportunity for the Devils. In the left corner. Foley starting to make a move. She's going to get double teamed. Quickly out to Leonard. Skips over right side to Dade. Into the high post. Lewis is there. Had the shot for a brief moment. Good ball movement. Right in front. Lewis bounces 3 times off the glass. No good. Dade with the offensive rebound. Oh, just missed it. Leah almost got another. Comes out to Stolte, and here goes Hannibal the other way. Stolte drives through. Ball is tipped but fouled. And the first Devil foul will go against Leah Chevalier. First one on the Devils, 2 on the Pirates. Devils will have the basketball on the baseline. Stolte to figure. 3 across the bottom line. Martin at the free throw line. Pulling up for another shot. No good off the front of the iron. Rebounding is Ferguson Minor. And we've got the second Devil foul. Check that. It's going to actually be, yeah, it is. And going to the line will be Krigbaum. She's got 2. Second foul called against Leah Chevalier. And the second against the Devils. First free throw, no good. Aubrielle. There you go. It just took me a minute to put that together. It was an Aubrielle with the E-L-L-E. Chevalier is going to have to take a seat there. And Jada Brown comes into the ball game. Also Molly Loncourt in the ball game. So Lewis and Chevalier take a seat. No substitutions. 4:39 left first quarter action. Devils lead 5-0. Shot is up. Good. Krigbaum hits the first one for the Devils. 4:39 left first quarter action. Little full court pressure. Martin and Stolte out on the front of it. 2-2-1 press. 3-quarter court. In the middle of Foley. Skips over into the half court set. Loncourt hesitation dribble. Bounces up. Good pass inside. Brown's going to get the basket but give Miley Loncourt the assist as she brought it down the right side baseline with a little bounce pass out in front of the basket. Devils back in their defense in the 1-2-2. Lanner now goes to the point. Dade and Loncourt high post. Brown and Foley, their familiar spot on the low post. And before we get the ball to move from the right side to the left, well over the head of Mayfield. And with that, we've got a timeout. 4:11 left in the first quarter. It's 7-1. It's Blue Devil basketball right here on MeccaSportsCo.com. and the Blue Devil Band down there getting after it. Hey, our officials tonight, Schaefer, Shield, and Brooks. That's the firm of Schaefer, Shield, and Brooks. Also, first basketball game ever for him to watch tonight. I don't know how much he'll watch. Archer Brockmiller. That's Parker and Allie Brockmiller's kid. Parker's, of course, a graduate from 2011, good friend of my son's, Austin Wellman. And they are moving back from Colorado, and so they are here tonight, along with Mom, Sandy, and Rusty. Back to action here. Devils have the ball with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Good high-low pass from Foley down to Brown, and Brown hits it. Point blank, Foley with the assist. As we mentioned, everybody on this team with 2+ assists, averaging just from the starters around 12 assists a game, if not a little bit more than that. Turnover on the Pirates, and we have a substitution in the ball game. Zariah Reese, number 22. She'll play on the low block along with Ferguson Minor. 1-2-2. Dade with the drive. Throws the ball inside to Lantern over her head. It went to the corner, and Longcourt saved it. She got it into Bree, and Bree got a shot off. There will be maybe a jump ball. No, Pirates do a great job of getting it out. Martin across the court. And losing the handle on the dribble. Well, that was a forced turnover since the Devils were playing some tough D at half court. 3:28 left in the first. Devils lead 9-1. With the basketball. Longcourt. I got to ask her if those are lavender or mauve. Good job there from the right corner. Bree Lantern with a pass to the cutting Foley. Taylor got fouled. She'll shoot 2 more. Foul on number 22. Zariah Reese, her first, and the third on the Pirates in the first quarter. Foley's first free throw is good. Substitution coming in. Pugh goes back in the ball game. Bailey wears number 2. She was a starter. Second one up and good. Foley 3 for 4 on the night in the first quarter at the charity stripe. 11-1. Devils with the lead. Approaching 3 minutes left in the quarter. And a quick traveling from Reese. She turned and defense was there and took that little bit of step there before she made her move. Pirates will pick up at half court. Stalty now drops back in the 1-2-2. Up high is Bew and Martin. Down low is Reese and Ferguson Minor. Good defense there, knocked it back to half court. Longcourt went and got it. Oh, and a great job here. They got it into the high post. Brown went to Foley down the low post. Taylor took the shot. It rolled off the rim. She got the rebound, but coming down with it, it was a jump ball. Good job by the Pirates. Well, I believe that was Ferguson Minor in on the held possession. Devils basketball. We lost the tip. We'll talk about Leah Chevalier on that. Inbounded. Good from 3 in the right corner. Bree Lantern. She's done that before. She just doesn't take the shots. She looks as a defensive specialist, but she's got a nice shot. 14-1 for the Devils. In the high post, quickly back out. Good ball movement. Stolte over to Martin. Martin's going to fire behind the arch. No good. Rebound to the strong side, and that was Jada Brown. Outlets. Here go the Devils. Good pass down by Dade into Lantern. Lantern gets the bucket. Give Layla the assist. 11 points unanswered by the Devils. Devils putting some pressure out high. Stolte gets across. 14-footer. No good. Inside. Good rebound in there. Reese. Jada Brown's on the foul. Actually, a jump ball. Thank you. Looked like a foul. I would have gave it a foul, but it's the Pirates basketball either way. Box out of bounds play for the Pirates. Pops out in front, Ferguson Minor. Right side. Pugh. Into the right corner. Another shot from 3. No good. Shot taken that time by Reese. Devils with the rebound. Longcourt in transition. She pulls up from the left wing. No good. Brown will track it down on the right side. Dade, she's got it at the top. Her 3. Oh, rattles in and out, but Brown's right there for the offensive rebound and the putback. She's got 6 now. 18-1. Timeout taken. 30-second timeout there by Sean Gaines and the Pirates. It's 18-1. 1:49 left first quarter action. Blue Devil basketball right here on MeccaSportsCo.com. If you stay on the action like that, I'm gonna put the headphones on so I can get you in here. I love doing it. I did it for years with Cobra Stockton, John Wood by myself.
Yeah.
And it's fun to have somebody But when they throw me back, I'm like, just be prepared. That's all you got to do. Have a lot of stuff to talk about. As talking here to Lucas Peters over here, I mentioned him before the ball game. We'll give another plug to Peters Heating and Air. 1:49 left in the first quarter. Pirates will have the basketball. Substitution. McKenna Hull comes in. And I've got to believe that's Marty Hull's daughter as he sits right in front of us. Ball goes into the post, but then there's Jasmine Lewis. She stepped around and knocked it away. Jada Brown picks it up in transition. Left side Loncourt sends it back to the right into the high post. Oh, and a nice little block shot. Stolte picked the shot up off of Lewis. Brown got the missed shot and missed the shot. Hannibal comes away with the rebound. Stolte with a good drive. In traffic. Lots of contact, but got called for travel. Also, Cameron Byquist came in, so we've got Loncourt, Dade, Byquist, Brown, and Lewis in for the Devils. Left side, Brown looks, skips it over to the right side to Dade. She goes into the post. Jasmine turns, shot no good. Good looking shot, but good D there by Reese. Reese also got the rebound for the Hannibal Pirates. Stolte on the perimeter. Reese came down the lane. She got the ball, kicks it back out. Loncourt just for a moment had it. Also in the ball game, Allison Faulkner. She wears number 15. Ball knocked out of bounds as Madeline Hamby will now check in. So you got Stolte and Hull out here at the guards. Faulkner in the game. In the high post is Reese. And on the left side is Pugh. Into the corner. Kaylee's got it. Kicks it back out on the perimeter. Real deep on the perimeter. Reese in the high post. 1-2-2 with Byquist at the top. Hamby and Loncourt followed by Brown, who just tips the ball away with good defense, and Lewis. Brown with a steal. Here's Lewis right side to Hamby in the right corner. Byquist uses her speed, scores, and she's got an and one. Cameron Byquist turns it on. The track star, she's got speed. And she'll get one more. Foul was called on Reese, her second. Hannibal's fourth in the quarter, 26 seconds exactly, as Byquist at the line. And Cameron completes the and one, the blue collar, however you want to put it. And she's in the scoring column, 21-1, Devils with the lead. Pirates have the basketball for the last shot of the first quarter. Stolte off the right side, skips all the way down to the left corner. Here's a southpaw three, good. Nice shot there by McKenna Hull from three in the left corner. Oh, they only gave it a 2. Thank you there. I will put the headset on you, Lucas. Good stuff there. Loncourt from the right side, down to 2 seconds. Shot taken at the buzzer, no good. Cameron Byquist took it, and we're done with one quarter. Your score, the Blue Devils 21, the Pirates 3. It's Blue Devil basketball on MeccaSportsCo.com. And here we are starting off the second quarter. Devils will have the basketball, leading 21-3 in this one. Your lineup, Lanyard, Dade. In the high post is Lewis. You got Chevalier in the left corner. In the right corner, Taylor Foey. Left side, Dade. We'll check the lineup for the Pirates here in a second. She'll skip the pass over to Lanyard on the right side. Flashing up the high post, Foey quickly to the right wing. Good ball movement. Let's do it right the same way. Foey back out to Leah. Leah's not looking. She needs to look for that shot on that right wing when it's there. Ball's on the left side. Here goes Dade, and she has that little floater, and it hits the back of the iron, goes up, and stays in. Dade with the bucket. Devils start the second quarter off with a bucket, 23-3. Line up on the other side. We got Bew out there coming out in the second half along with Hull. On the right side in the game, I believe, is Minor for the first time, number 13. Bounces into the post, working against Foey. Makes a turn, has her shot blocked. That's Kriegbaum inside. And it comes back the other way. The other one is Faulkner in the lineup right now for the Pirates. Devils have the basketball inside 7 minutes. Stick around at halftime. We'll break this one down. Talk about the postseason as well. Nice hands there by the Pirates out front. Tipping that ball away was Sienna Minor. Devils will have it out there by the scoring table. Chevalier and Dade in the backcourt. Lewis in that high post looking for that shot when she gets it. Oh, she was open right there. Bree comes back out around the perimeter to the left side. Dade in the short corner to Foey. She's back out high. Chevalier decides not to take the shot. She makes a drive. From 6 foot, hits the iron. Good rebound inside. Rebound by Kriegbaum. Here come the Pirates down the right side. That's Minor. Minor being guarded by Dade as she skipped it across and over the head again. Just a little strong on the passes. Devils basketball with 6:24 left in the half. Glad you're with us tonight. And, of course, stick with us throughout. You can pick us up at mechasportsco.com as well as YouTube. And there it is, the low-high pass from the short corner. Foey from the right short corner. Hit Jasmine Lewis coming down. Just rolled off on the shot. Pirates with the basketball. Pressure being applied. Drops it off into the left corner. Shot turnaround. No good. Shot was taken there by Kriegbaum again. Devils with the basketball in the lead. Lewis stays in that high post. Leonard hits her. And there's going to be a quick turnaround, but a jump ball is reaching around McKenna Hall. Good defense. It creates the jump ball, and it will go back to the Pirates. Pugh checks out. Into the ball game. Mariah Mayfield back in, number 24. Minor to bring the basketball down. Hull to take the left side of the court. Minor will go right side. She'll cross over, bring it back to Hull. Hull will set it down to the left corner. Mayfield has taken the shots, and she'll step back and take another one. That was everything but in. In and out on her. Rebound by Brown. Devils waste no time. Foey cutting down to Brown. Brown, here's another basket by Brown. Give the assist to Foey. They run the floor so well. As we talk about, we'd like to have her around one more year for those two to work together. That's been a great freshman-senior duo inside, especially passing. Into the post. Devils will commit the foul there. Kriegbaum had it. Foul will be called on Layla Dade. It's our first in the second quarter, and actually the first foul in the second quarter. 5:10 left in the quarter and the half. Minor will check out. Stolte to trigger it from the baseline. Ball stays on the right side. Kriegbaum has it, hands it off. That's Mayfield. Mayfield's got the shot. Ooh, she went through the legs a couple times there. Nice dribbling. Back out to Stolte. Chevalier's keeping the ball on the right side of the court. Check that the left side of the court. Right side for her. Kriegbaum in the corner. Starts to make a move. Check that to Mayfield again. Ball was hit and knocked out of bounds. Will be Pirates basketball with 4:51 left in the quarter. Stolte to trigger. Malaya will bring it out high, quickly from one side to the other side of the high, and it was tipped there on the pass inside. Dade tipped it. Chevalier gets the pass. She goes coast to coast. No, she misses the ball. Misses the shot, rebounded by the Pirates. Stolte with Leonard on her. And help. And stepped on the out-of-bounds line. You know, we talked about that a couple of weeks ago. We saw more of that happening, but not in the girls' games. It seemed like the boys' games, and we just contributed that to not knowing the size of your feet, but she just got over on the side. 4:30 left, first half, 25-3, Devils with the lead. Brown in the right corner, back out to Loncourt, switches over to the left, Dade into the high post, Chevalier. Leah will step back. Good defense there by Stolte, pushing her back. Into the low post, actually not quite to the low post, the second block, and Foley turns around for the little jump shot. There's what the Devils will be looking for in the postseason, especially against the taller teams like O'Fallon, Alton, the teams they'll face in the regionals. Halfway through the second quarter, at the free throw line, with a drive and now kick out Martin. It goes right back into Martin. She's on the block, turns, doesn't have anywhere to go, and she had Brown and Foley both on her, but nobody came to help her either. Devils with the basketball. That's where your guards have to come and help. Into the high post, quickly down to the short corner. Foley will kick it back out to Dade. Dade tried to go back down, but good defense. Stepping up and taking the ball was Faulkner. Pirates with the basketball, 3-3-3 up on the board and counting. On the right side, Allison Faulkner with the basketball. She dribbles and then kicks it out to the left corner to Stolte. Stolte, ooh, a nice little wraparound pass into Faulkner. There's a foul. Allison will go to the line to shoot 2. That was a nice pass by Stolte. Dade's her second foul. That's 2 against Dade and 2 against Chevalier. And Faulkner for 2. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe I had one of the Faulkners at the CYO with Holy Family back in the day, playing sports. Substitution into the ball game. Back in, Ferguson Minor. That's Caitlin. Taking a seat is Krigbaum. Second free throw up and good. 2 for 2 for Faulkner. 27-5. Now three-quarter court pressure. Stolte at the point. Ball gets across the timeline. Brown gets it out to the top to Dade. Dade Foley as it goes into the right corner to Chevalier and quickly down to the block. Brown is fouled. Checking the lineup for the Devils, it was Dade, Chevalier, Loncourt, Foley, and Brown, and Jade is at the line to shoot 2. And misses the first. That's the first one against the Pirates in the second quarter. Foul was called on Caitlin Ferguson Minor with a hyphen. Kate Medemeyer checks in for the Devils. Taylor Foley gets a break. Second free throw is good by Brown. She's got 9 in the ball game so far. Devils got 28. Pirates with 5. 3 minutes left, first half action. Mayfield from the left side, back to Martin, back to Mayfield on the left. Dangerous from wherever because she's got the shot. She took that step back the last couple times, around 21 to 23 feet, and had good looks from them. Pirates still throw the ball away, and it will be Devils basketball again. Dade has Stolte at the point, comes out to Chevalier. 3 on the perimeter, high-low with Brown and Medemeyer. Kate tried to go from the short corner back to Brown. Stepping up with a steal was Faulkner. Good steal. Pirates, nice ball handling and a step back 3. There it was. It was going to happen eventually. Mayfield with a nice step back after some nifty dribbling to create the space. Down to 2:25. In that short corner again, Medemeyer tries to go back out. This time again, Mayfield with a steal. Mariah's got the ball, comes back to the top. Stolte sees the lane, but then kicks it to Martin on the right side. Martin's 3, no good. Medemeyer gets the rebound. Out to Jada Brown. She kicks it out to Loncourt. Of course, as we mentioned, Brown's got the pink shoes. And Molly, I still haven't asked her whether it's lavender, mauve, or what the color is of her shoes. Chevalier at the point. Stolte out there. Left side, Dade. Skipped over to the other side. Ooh, almost taken away there by Mayfield. Devils on the perimeter inside 2 minutes first half. Layla Dade. Oh, and a great pass there. She took the baseline drive, and at the short corner, here comes Jada Brown slamming down. Nobody picks her up. Assist Dade, basket Brown. Devils have been really good at that all season long, the high-low and the low-high passes, especially with cutters. So if it comes on the corner, watch for a cutter coming from the free throw lane. Turnaround, nice shot there. Mayfield faked a pass to the left wing. She hits the J. Devils up 30-10, approaching 1 minute left in the quarter. And the half. Jada Brown got it high. She got the ball out to the right wing to Loncourt, probably play on. But having her hand up was Mayfield. They call the foul on her. Her first foul, actually, and only the second on the Pirates. We're tied up at 2 apiece. And Faulkner gets a break. Devils will have the ball. Sort of a box out of bounds play as Leonard pops out here on the left corner. Dade, after handing the ball, passing the ball in, she gets at the top of the key, drives down, takes her runner, no good. Rebounded inside, that's Ferguson Minor. Pirates will move inside, 1 minute left, first half action. Mayfield on the left wing. They all come out to get her because she's in the range at 25. And in the high post, Medemeyer from behind tries to go through Martin. And for Kate, her first foul. Devils third. 3-2 with only 51-2 left in the second quarter. Can't imagine anybody getting to that double bonus. Ferguson Minor went 2 quick passes and went inside to Martin. Martin had it knocked away, and the Devils pick it up. Here comes Dade. Down to Medemeyer, who was cutting. Out to Longcore on the right wing. Still in that 1-2-2 is the Pirates. High post. Here it is, the high-low. This time Brown to Medemeyer. She found herself behind the basket, and taking the ball away from her was Martin. It was a triple team eventually. Martin stops. Keep that dribble going all the way to the basket. Oh, and a long 25-footer. Wow, that ball was in and came out. She's got the range. Reese got the rebound, though. Zariah will have a chance to shoot two. Kate Medemeyer called on it. She's got two, so 2 on Chevalier, 2 on Medemeyer, and 2 on Dade. Reese hits the first one. Yeah, I was going to say, Mayfield, once she gets in the building, I think she's in her range. She has shot from long range. 2 for Reese in that one. 4 straight by the Pirates. They'll jump in three-quarter court with a 2-2-1. Bree Lannard gets it in the front court. Crosses court from right to left and quickly back to the top to Longcore. Left side Dade stepped in to look like a shot. Longcore and Dade play catch back and forth. Now Dade starts. She makes that little runner. Just misses it on the far end as the buzzer goes off. And we have played a half here at Quincy High Gymnasium. It's senior night. And the Quincy High Blue Devils 30, the Hannibal Pirates 12. And you're listening to, of course, Blue Devil basketball right here on MeccaSportsCo.com. And as we wait for the band there, we've got one more senior night to go. Of course, the boys was last Friday night against East Moline. We did not make that, but we honored the seniors online. Tonight, of course, the senior night here for the girls. We've got the senior night for QND boys next week on Friday as they take on the Keokuk Chiefs. And you know, you wonder, why did I only say 3? Because the Quincy Notre Dame girls have no seniors, so they don't have to celebrate this year. They'll celebrate as a team, and they open up next week as we get ready. So postseason is here, and the Blue Devils will take on Belleville East in their first matchup on Monday. We'll be there. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the QND girls will take on Jacksonville on Monday at Jerseyville in that same game out there. Halftime, it is the Quincy High Band.
Hey, Marty. Hey, Marty. You want to talk Hannibal Pirates? No. Okay, that's fine. I didn't want to put you on the spot since you're just watching your daughter, and I'm like, hey, I haven't really followed. How are the guys doing?
We're struggling. We're 6 and 11, 7 and 11.
It seemed like a number of years ago, you and I were talking down there. It was one of those years, too, and you're like,
We got a bunch of seniors.
What's coming up?
We've played some really tough. Like, we played Sidesend. You know, we played a 6A school that's ranked. I mean, we played some really, really good schools.
Well, you know how it is. You know, you'll get back around. Yeah. I could never figure out, even when Crakey went there, why we couldn't be super successful down there. You know what?
Some of it is we got better basketball players walking the halls.
It always was that way.
His head's in the way.
Hey, Dax just said your head's in the way. Is it really?
That's pretty funny there. Dax Foley came over here to talk to us. We were just talking to Marty Hull right in front of us. His daughter's playing. And Dax had his, I think it was his uncle that called us up and said, hey, would you tell Marty his head's in the way? I thought he was joking. And so good stuff up here. Of course, Marty and I were talking about the Hannibal Pirates, and he's off tonight. So he really didn't want to talk Hannibal Pirates. They're in not a struggling year, but you have those rebuilding years, as we all do. In fact, I talked to Marty a number of years ago down there on a Notre Dame game. That was one of those years as well, so he's familiar with that. Of course, he had a heck of a team down at West Pike when he played. Those were some good times, and, you know, the basketball was good at West Pike, but the hospitality was even better. That's what was so awesome about that. And I will watch that shot. You know, I think that's pretty funny that we actually said that. I might need to get a tripod to set up down here. as it's just me and one camera position. But glad you could get it, and glad you're watching out there on Mecca Sports. A lot of fun. We always appreciate your comments. Try to keep them, somewhat civil, but and I usually try to answer emails and stuff of that nature. So we're down to the end of the season. Just seems like yesterday we had a Jacksonville road game for these girls. We came here for the Pleasant Plains game with a great victory against Pleasant Plains, and before you know it, it's senior night, and we're wrapping out the home schedule with one on the road tomorrow night at Wharton Fieldhouse. And that should be a great one. Coach Pettit and I can't wait for that one. 2 nights in a row at Wharton Fieldhouse, and that should be a great one here. And then we get to Jacksonville on Saturday, and it's postseason for the girls, and then we'll turn around, of course, for the boys the following week. And actually tomorrow we'll get the seeds after 4 o'clock, and then on Friday we will get the brackets, and we will know what the situation is for all the teams. And by the way, Bob Lowry is out there. I just saw him, and I have to, tip my hat. Actually, he was up at Alleman. I put a Facebook post that he was there because Bob usually can't make the road games. He has to stay home and watch the dogs, as you probably heard in an early broadcast. He did make it up to Alleman. I put it on Facebook, but forgot to mention it on the air. So with that, Bob Lowry is in the house. Now, I'm talking to Bob before the game, and, of course, his granddaughter is Madeline Hamby. And I said, man, she is a great shooter. I mean, she can really shoot. She's always ready to shoot, and she goes a lot like her mom. And without thinking, I said, what was her maiden name? As I'm talking to Dad, it was Jamie Lowry. And as he said, he pointed over there and said, see all those banners over there? That's back when Jamie played, and I do remember that. We're going to pull some of that good information up from the past. We always talk about Ruth Kipping and the classes in there. I think that was Hillenbrenner and some of those girls. We're going to do some drifting back into the past with some good old teams and bring those players back to the present, back to the future. There you go. So Devils lead this one 30-12. Devils started out with the first 5 points of the game. Hannibal hit a free throw, and then the Devils went on a nice little run of 16 points before it was answered with a bucket right before the end of the quarter. Devils would take a 21-3 lead after 1. Devils would open up the second quarter with a 7-point run. After going back and forth, the last 4 points of the quarter were scored by Hannibal. And halftime, it's the Blue Devils 30 and the Pirates 12. Lots of people in the house. I just saw my old sports rap buddy, co-host Bob Goff. He's in the house. Of course, he's Muddy River News, Muddy River Sports. He is the publisher. You'll find Dave Adam on the news side. You'll find Matt Shuckman on the sports side. And we're hopefully Shuck is feeling good and ready to come back to action here pretty soon. He's been out for a couple weeks. Put him on the DL. I don't think they call it the DL anymore. I think they call it the IL. Either way, he's not playing. Larry and Kathy Klaus are out in the house tonight. Of course, that's the grandparents of Kate Mettemeyer. Love the shout-outs here without the game. When you got a little time out here and Coach Pettit and I are talking basketball, that's what you're going to get. So once we get into tomorrow night, and also late tonight, I think probably already there, we get to see the rankings in the state. Now, we'd love to get them. We don't put a lot of credence in them other than the fact that it's honoring what you've done throughout the season. Kind of gives everybody across the state a feeling about where your team is, and it's great because, again, from the heydays of the late 70s and early 80s, and actually the early 70s too, and even beyond that, you can go back to the Latham days before you got to the Hanks days and the Leggett days, and we could spend all day long talking about that. Those will come out, but it is really neat when the Quincy High Blue Devils and the boys and girls are both being ranked out there. And speaking of the old devil, Richie Hawkins is in the house. Richie Hawkins, of course, part of that 81 team. And Richie also a referee, as I saw him in Blue Devil Gymnasium last week. And he put up the 3, and I was behind him and said, are you sure, ref? But Richie's a lot of fun. And, of course, his dad worked with my dad at Pepsi years ago. The Pepsi Men. Glad he gave a shout-out and a wave up here. And a shout-out to the band as well. They're doing a heck of a job out there. So let's go over to the boys' side for a second here as we look at they'll play Moline on Friday night. Then Tuesday should have been the last game against Rocky here at home, but that week that we lost Moline at home and Rocky on the road, it will now be next Thursday on the 15th. So what we'll have next week is Tuesday, Thursday, and of course we might have a dilemma on Thursday because depending on how the Devils do on Friday and Tuesday, will determine on Thursday because the girls, if they win on Monday, will play in the finals at O'Fallon on Thursday. And, of course, I believe postseason usually trumps Western Big Six. Of course, if it's for the championship, I still believe postseason trumps. So there you go. And by the way, that was not a political statement. That was the card version of trumps. So for those people out there that might have derangement syndrome, don't come after me, folks. I don't need anybody else. And so I can have enough on my own. So as we get ready for second half, here's what the conference looks right now for the boys. Devils at the top now with 9-1, along with Rocky. They're tied 9-1. Moline is at 8-3. East Moline 6-4. Sterling 6-5. East Moline needs to make up a game. Then down there, Galesburg 2-9. Geneseo is the opponent of East Moline. They're 1-9, and Alleman is 1-10. And double checking there, you know, I may have had not updated those since we beat Alleman. I believe we are 10-1 now. Rocky is 10-1. They beat East Moline, and the rest of the games were blowouts too. Moline beat Geneseo, and Galesburg Sterling, I'm not sure. So sorry, folks, I'm one game behind, but the standings are still the same. Devils and Rocky at the top. And folks, you take care of 4 teams and try to stay on top of the stats. It's some fun stuff, and it is fun. I've enjoyed this season covering all 4 teams. Thank you, Coach Pettit and his boss, Lisa Pettit. MechaSportsCo.com. We're ready for the second half action. Devils lead 30-12. It's the seniors starting off again the second half. Leonard Chevalier and Dade around. At the high post is Lewis. Now coming up to the high post and double teaming is Foey. Into the right corner. Shot by Dade for 3. Good! Layla, and love to see her put them up. She had a good night against Notre Dame early in that one, which threw off their scouting report. Figuring if they went into the Foley-Brown deal, they wouldn't have to worry about the perimeter, but Layla hit 3 trays in the first quarter in that ball game. Checking the Pirates. Stolte, ball passed back out to her. It was touched by Leonard. And last touching it was Malaya. Stolte is out at the point. Martin's out there as well. Part of the 1-2-2. Actually, kind of a 2. Well, it's a 1-2-2. Checking its 2-3 now as it drops back in. And down low in the middle is Ferguson Minor. On her right is Mayfield, and on her left is Kriegbaum. Good job by Pirates stretching out the Devils. In the high post, Lewis. To the left side, this time for 3. Dade for 3 again. Layla hits from the right corner, turns around now, and hits from the left wing. Devils up 36-12. For Layla, she's got 10 in the ball game. We'll give a shout out to Dad as he's listening, I'm sure. Left side, Stolte. Layla comes out on. Back to the top of the key. Kriegbaum, right side, Mayfield. Mayfield went off the hands in her head. Here's Leonard trying to go coast to coast. Bree with a good move all the way to the basket. Nobody stopped her. Bree actually picking up a little gear there. And as Coach talked about, she is such a defensive specialist and moves the basketball, but you don't count on her to score, and she can score. She had a 3 in one of the last games late. And, of course, in this ball game, hit a 3 in the first quarter along with a deuce. She's got 7 in the ball game. As the seniors, 7 for Bree. Layla's got 10. Foey's got 7. And we're still waiting to get Jasmine in the scoring column. And believe it or not, Leah Chevalier, defensive specialist, handles the offense with the other guards. But really, Leah can drive to the basket. But we need to see her taking that 3 as well from the outside. She can shoot. And if we've got 3 guards on the perimeter to shoot, teams have to stretch it out and open it up. And that gives the Devils a chance to go Brown Foey inside. And the Devils are strong when they get the passing inside between those two. They've had great spacing all season long. And, of course, that's why the Devils are where they're at so far. And I'm checking the screen here. I haven't seen Marty Hull's head in the Marty's getting more coverage tonight than he wanted. Yeah, that far end of the court is kind of hard to see from our vantage point, but we still bring you the color and play-by-play, so hope you enjoy it. Devils are in their 1-2-2 on defense. Chevalier at the point, Dade and Leonard high post, low post Foey and Lewis. Pirates of the basketball at the top of the key. Mayfield spets it right side. Stolte flashing up high is Kriegbaum. Skips over to Mayfield. Quickly the Devils are on her. Stolte on the right side now. Starts to go down to the baseline, kicks it back out. Smart move there, driving down and keeping her dribble going. Into the post, Ferguson Minor, and she is pushed from behind. Lewis will commit her first foul, and the first foul of the second half for either team. Pirate Stolte will trigger from the baseline. Box out of bounds play. Screens up high, but actually going up all the way high as they do And the pass is tipped. Creekbaum tried to go inside. Chevalier with her hands, a deflection and a steal. 6 minutes left, third quarter action, 38-12. Devils with a lead and the basketball. Brannard showing her dribbling. Passes down in the corner. From the short corner, Foley tried to go into Jasmine Lewis. It got tipped right back to Foley. Foley comes right back to Dade, and she hits another three from the right wing. 3 in a row for Layla in the third quarter. Light them up, Layla. Top of the key, Martin. Martin will go right side. Stolte. Lannard comes up on her. Stolte starts to drive. Backs it out. Skips it over left side to Martin. Martin with her dribble. And the bounce pass across. Good job of passing and cutting to the basket. Stolte with the pass inside to Martin. Martin with a nice looking shot. Devils got the missed shot though. In the half court set, approaching 5 minutes left, third quarter action, 41-12. In the high post, Lewis quickly back out into the right wing. I imagine they're going to cover Dade after 3 in a row. Chevalier at the top. Wow, Foley comes out and does a slide. Bad pass trying to go down to Lewis from the left wing. Pirates take it away. Looked like one of those guys out on the wet turf of a baseball field as Foley went across the action there. Rebound by Foley, missed shot by Mayfield. Did not get the stats early on the game, but I got to imagine Mayfield hits a lot of those shots throughout the season. Top of the key, Dade's going to take it from 22. This one off the iron. Foley was up there, but behind her was Martin to knock the ball away. Martin's second dribble taken away by Chevalier and tipped away. Foley tracks it down. Devils with the basketball again. Left corner, Lannard. She skips it right side, but it was a lazy one across the way. Mayfield steps up for the steal. Mayfield comes down the left side, behind the back. Oh, and kind of a, I don't want to say that, but that was a little cheap offensive foul there as she stuck the left hand out, mainly just to wave Leah by her, and I thought that was kind of a touch. Mayfield, her second, but first in the second half. That kind of caught me off guard. I basically expected Leah Chevalier to be called for a brush foul. Approaching 4 minutes left in the third quarter, 41-12. Chevalier go right side. Good pass inside. Jada Brown just into the game. Give Day the assist. Give Brown another basket. Jada gets in the game, makes action happen right away. Devils on a run in the second half. Unanswered so far, 13 points. Shot from outside, no good. Foley gets the rebound. That was Pugh just in the ball game. Dade across the timeline. Stolte on her. Oh, and she got her just a missed dribble. That's a double dribble. Good defense there by Stolte. Missed dribble there by Layla. Layla's going to take a seat. Miley Loncourt comes in. So Chevalier at the point of the 1-2-2. Loncourt and Lannard the high post, but they're actually spread out a little bit. Foley and Brown down in the block. In the high post is Pugh. She steps out with the basketball. Stolte on the left wing. Right wing into the ball game now is Hull. Hull with a dribble. Hull McKenna. Right side, nice crossover dribble. Good crossover just off the left foot though. Loncourt has it, down the right side. Chevalier backs it out. Skips over to Lannard. In the left corner is Foley. Foley will come back around right side. Loncourt doesn't have the shot. Back to the left and we'll go back left and right. Chevalier the drive, and her shot is blocked by Martin. Nice block shot by Martin. Leah tried to do the runner, Martin with a block shot. Loncourt to trigger, box out of bounds play. Foley and Brown low. Lannard and Chevalier high. After Foley gets it, Chevalier at the point, right side. Loncourt set up for the three. Then started to make a drive, has it knocked away. Tried to drive through the double team, or actually the seam. Somebody reached in and got it. Hall into the left corner to Stolte. Stolte works her way to get inside. She had in traffic there. Kind of forced it, but there was body contact too, and Stolte's shot goes out of bounds. Devils basketball. We've got the same situation on our end. Sometimes we dribble into those double teams that turn into triple teams when move the basketball with a pass. Foley stops from 8 feet. Good shot there. Actually, that might have been 6 feet. That's how close Taylor got on that one. Her first score of the second half. Devils up 45-12. 2.5 left, third quarter action. In the high post, quickly back out. Now in the ball game is Minor, Sierra. Stolte skips it over to the other side. This one is a little high, but it's picked up. Hull in the high post, left side Stolte. Starts to make a drive. Now we got a hand check on this one. Stolte made a drive in on the double team. Loncourt called for the foul, her first, and the Devils' second. 2 on the Devils, 1 on Hannibal with 2:21 left in the third. Lobbed up high to Ferguson Minor. Goes back in the post. Hull kicks it back out. Ferguson Minor passed up the shot. Stolte briefly before Jada Brown closed in. Right side Pugh, down in the right corner. Foley out there, trying to bounce the ball inside. Minor tried a good bounce pass, but the Devils were in there. Devils with a steal, and in the half-court action. Foley at the top, left side Leonard. Back out to Loncourt, barely. Stolte almost stole that ball. Inside 2 minutes left, third quarter action. Loncourt goes into Foley. It's tipped around. Who's going to get it? Loncourt kicks it. Stolte takes it. Almost stolen by Leonard, but the Pirates hang on to it. At the top, three-point shot. Just off the left a little bit. Ferguson Minor had the three. Leonard was closing in on defense. And Chevalier, Leonard, and Foley will take a break. Cameron Byquist, Kate Medemeyer, and Madeline Hamby in the ball game. Jada Brown stays in, as well as Miley Loncourt. And Zariah Reese checks back in, number 22. Big knee brace on the left knee. 1:30 left in the quarter. Right side Byquist. To Medemeyer down in the corner. Quickly back out to the left side. In the corner, Madeline Hamby. Her three comes up just a little bit long. Pirates get the rebound. Hull with the rebound. Ball goes left to right side. Quickly back, good bounce pass there on the defense out front for Minor. Left side Hull. She drives. She's a lefty. I didn't realize that. Shot no good, but weak side rebound there by Pugh. And we've got a foul. Pirates will take it out on their own baseline. Madeline Hamby, her first foul. And the Devils third in the third quarter. 1:04 left in the quarter. Minor checks out of the ball game. Ball out to the top. Shot taken, and a bank shot there by Bailey Pugh. 4-2 that time. First score of the quarter for Hannibal. And now a steal by Stolte at half court. Took it away from Loncourt. Inside a minute. Stolte's trying to take it to the hole. Ooh, no foul called on that one. But the Pirates hang on to it. Stolte did a good job of taking it all the way to the hole. Got some body contact, too, on that one. In the right corner, Stolte has it. Brown closes in on her. She'll throw the left-hand pass to the top. And then Pugh tries to go down to the corner. Hugh was there. Smart play there, and I'm not sure Hugh ever stepped down for the actual over and back. But it will be called for a over and back Devils basketball. 28.3 left in the quarter. Smart way of trying to, she jumped in the air and tried to make sure it ended up in the backcourt. Byquist on the left side, in the high post, Brown. Back out to Hamby at the top of the key, good. Madeline Hamby, she's a shooter, and like all shooters, you may miss one, but you're gonna pull back up and pull the trigger every chance you get. Down to 10 seconds, Stolte coming down, gonna have to get that last shot up here. From the right side into the ball game is Stewart. Kendall came in just a second ago. At the point. Oh, and a good shot there. Bailey Pugh hits the three to end the quarter. She had 5 in the quarter. And we played 3 at Quincy High's gymnasium. Your score, the Quincy High Blue Devils 48, the Hannibal Pirates 17. It's Blue Devil basketball from the girls' side on mechasportsco.com. And we are back as we're ready for the fourth quarter here at Blue Devil Gymnasium. And again, congratulations to the 5 seniors. They're coming out on the floor for the fourth quarter as well. Bree Leonard, Leah Chevalier, Layla Day, Jasmine Lewis, and Taylor Foley. 1-2-2 from the Devils. Pirates will have the basketball. Stewart stays in the big game as well as Pugh. Also Hull, Reese, and Stolte. Stolte playing in the high post right now. 3 guards around the perimeter. Reese running the low baseline and the post. Hull on the right side. Bounces into the high post. Quickly right back out. Good passing. Back to the left side. Stolte looks. Reese was not open down low. We'll go to the right side. Pirates out to Hull on the right side. Her three no good. The southpaw, but it comes back to Stolte on the left side. Her three off the iron. Bree Lannard gets the rebound on the weak side. Bree doing a little offense and rebounding, as she does all the time, along with her defense. And by the way, Jeff Wellman with you here on mechasportsco.com. Layla Dade with a runner. Just came up a little shy. Caught a little net on that one, though. And Taylor Foley's going to get a break. Jada Brown back in the ball game. Brown, Lewis, Leonard, Dade, and Chevalier. I was looking for the ball. I thought maybe it went way behind the band, but it was substitutions. Leah Chevalier takes a seat. Miley Loncourt in the ball game as each senior gets a break one at a time. And they tried to sneak them in one by one. And the second one, the third one, they tried to sneak in when the ball was in play. And John Shields says, no, 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 you're going to have to wait. And he's right. Pirates on the left side, Hull. Hull skips it over to the right side, Martin. Martin just checked back in the ball game, into the high post. Hull's got it on the left side. Nice little runner from the run on the baseline. Actually, she wasn't quite on the baseline. Ball went off the iron. Jada Brown with a rebound. Loncourt on the right side, backs out. Good defense by the Pirates. Layla Dade's going to take a 22-footer. Good! Layla Dade hits another one, her fourth in a row, and she's got 16. Layla does carry that on to postseason. Well, actually, Moline tomorrow night, too. 51-17 inside 6 minutes. And a lob a little too far on the pass to try to get it down to Reese. Well, I'm sure Dad will tell her later on, or her coach, actually Gaines, will tell her dribble to the side or down to the corner, get a little closer pass on that. Zariah can get to that ball then. And our substitutions for our last seniors. I believe that is right, yes. And now we've got the squad in with 5:30 left, up 51-17. High post, Brown goes down to Medemeyer, quickly back out. Loncourt's going to fire a three. Good from outside. Miley Loncourt gets in the scoring column as everybody else has shared so much. She hasn't had to shoot. And a steal, or actually a deflection by Byquist at the point. Here comes a 2-on-1. Oh, and Miley Loncourt realizes that she can't get the ball down to Byquist, so she shoots a layup from a couple feet out than normal and off the glass for two. Devils start off with the first 8 points of the quarter. Now 5 minutes left in the ball game. Ball goes into the high post to Stewart, quickly out. Here's Hull from the left side. Her southpaw shot, no good, just off the back of the iron. And we've got Reese and Brown for the jump ball. And it will be Blue Devil basketball with more substitutions coming. Brown's going to get a seat. Somebody else has to come out. Oh, Miley's coming out already. And now it's time for me, because we're bringing in the players from the Southmore squad to get my book out. We've never gone any more past 10 to get in our substitutions. Byquist starts the dribble, blocked his shot. Reese inside with a blocked shot. Nice job. And I believe the girls even changed numbers. And so I'm not going to, oh, a nice drive there by Martin. Martin with a drive from the left side for two. Well, folks, I'll have to give you who they snuck in on us there later. I know the one is a Byquist number 5, and that's Kendall Byquist. Back to the top of the key, shot for three, no good. Almost rebounded by one of our Phantom players out there. And here comes the Pirates. Martin gets down on the block, loses the handle on the ball. Here come the Devils the other way around. Inside 4 minutes left in this one. Stick around for the post game. We'll break this one down, and we'll talk to Coach Dance before we have a good night's sleep and take off to Moline for a couple nights. Down on the baseline, Medemeyer fakes the shot. Then she drives baseline. Good job by Kate. Missed the shot, but she gets the rebound on the weak side. And Reese almost took it away. Kate hung on to it long enough to be a jump ball, but it will be Pirates basketball with 3:20 left. Substitution, Bailey Pugh now checking out. Back in the ball game is Allison Faulkner. Faulkner goes to that high post as Reese goes down to the low block. On the right side is still Stewart. Hull on the left side. And now flashing back high. Where did I miss my other player at? Oh, over on the other side, Faulkner. Faulkner on the right wing with the basketball. Into Hull at the high post. And we got Hamby with a quick foul from behind. For Madeline, it's her second foul. Devils first of the last quarter and the first of both teams. Kate Medemeyer checks out. And Miss Scott checks in now, number 32. I do have her in my book. Devils go from senior night to here's the future. Faulkner with the basketball at the point. Stewart into the right corner, Martin. Martin has Byquist on her, makes a couple nice moves, and a great pass inside. The bounce pass from the right block to Reese. On the left block, Reese hits two. Two straight buckets by the Pirates, and now a steal on the other end. Faulkner has it across the timeline. Stewart on the right side in the corner. Oh, a little head fake there. Almost another good pass to Reese, but Reese chases it down, and Reese gives her an assist on that one as she had a great job chasing that ball down and hitting it off the glass. Inside 2 minutes, 56-23. Hamby just off the left, into the high post, Scott. She'll go down to the right corner. Kendall Byquist passed it up. Cameron Byquist will not. She takes the three from the right wing, no good. And Reese with the rebound. Reese is going to bring it up too. 1:35 left in this ball game. Devils going to a man-to-man set now. Martin has it off the side with Byquist on her. Ball was tipped away, but Abby comes out to the top of the key. Left side Stewart. Now Stewart takes it to the right side, Faulkner. Martin will take a shot from almost the corner. Good from three. Martin with a nice shot there from the left corner. Check that, the right corner. 56-26. Pirates with 9 straight points and a steal, but Hamby gets it back. High post, Scott. Her shot. Whoa. Does a 360 and does another 180 around the rim before it goes in. Scott with a bucket, and that stops the 9-point run by the Pirates. Pirates in the right corner. Martin just hit the shot from down there. Now she drives. Scott came down, and Scott will be her first foul at the varsity level. Second foul is the running clock I did not see. As Martin's in the middle of her free throw, she made the first one. Martin will have one more as the clock ticks at 26. Nice shot by Martin. Her second one's good as well. Martin has 7 in this quarter. Devils with 15 seconds left roll the ball away. And I got a feeling the Pirates might not get it in. Well, there's 9 seconds left, so we're going to get a shot. Martin gets it. She tried to zip it down to the block where Faulkner was. It's on the floor, 2 seconds left, jump ball, but it won't matter because there's the buzzer. And we have finished senior night here at Quincy High Blue Devil Gymnasium. The Devils get after it. Start off in the first quarter. They lead 21-3 at the half, 30-12. Third quarter, 48-17, and the victory, 58-28 for the Devils. Non-conference, but a great way to end senior night. And they have not lost at all. Hey, there's the Lentzes. I love it. Rich Lentz and his wife as they wave. But the Devils did not lose a home game in this gymnasium this year. Their home game last week was at Blue Devil Gymnasium, and so Coach Dance mentioned that before the ball game. So they have not lost on this floor yet this year, and they won't since they will go on the road tomorrow. We'll stick around for the post game here. We'll wrap this one up. We'll also talk to Coach Dance. The final here, the Blue Devils 58, the Pirates 28. It's been Blue Devil basketball here on MechaSportsCo.com. What's that?
Oh, I said I lied. My daughter got in for 50 seconds.
And I didn't mention her. Dang it, I missed it. Next time we'll put something on the other side of your speaker so it feels like stereo.
There you go. That's perfect. Sit between the two.
Wasn't too annoying, was it?
That was great.
Thanks.
I like listening to it.
I had somebody from Rock Island do that, and when he started walking out, he goes, ESPN, man. I'm going, okay, hold on there.
No, you're good.
We have fun.
You got that.
The flow.
Rhythm, the flow, you know, that kind of makes it.
That's so many years after I get them coaching at Culver of doing this, you know, for Culver and John Wood. It's just fun, you know.
Yeah.
So. And we don't take ourselves serious, and we don't have an ego. That's the key. And even Ron got mentioned on the air too tonight.
Did he really?
What do you do for yelling at the refs?
He caught Dick Thompson, and that's all he had to do.
That's all he had to
and
do.
he talked to me.
He did. Well, he just caught him. What was it? 2 weeks ago, Dad? Yeah.
No.
We're not very old, right?
No.
How old was he?
Hey, good luck to the postseason. What's that?
Was he 89?
Yes. See, I always thought he was I thought he was a sophomore on that state team, and he went in 54, but he was 53. And so, you know.
That'll help you coast over.
And he's still, what are you, 39 now? And that's Ron Mack again here talking here. And as you get to enjoy my conversation with the fans as we end the ball game here, I always love when fans come by and chat to us as we're wrapping up the final scoring here in front. And as I do my numbers, I'll tell you again, 21-3 after one quarter, 30-12 at the half, 48-17 after three, 58-28 for the victory. And just give me a second here to wrap up my scoring so I can bring the unofficial score to you and the box score. And Coach Dance makes his way up here. And we thank Coach for coming up. And when you come up early, that means I don't have to fill by talking to the people in the stands, but I've had fun with that. Well, undefeated, you have not lost on this floor this year. That's awesome.
Yeah, the girls were really proud about that. So it was a good effort. You know, everybody got a lot of time, and they did what, you know, we needed to do. We came out, we rebounded from Saturday, which I knew they would, and, you know, we defended really well. We knocked down some shots. Layla had a heck of a third quarter, hitting some shots for us, kind of getting us the separation we needed.
Well, I tell you what, all the seniors started the first, third, and fourth. Were they in second, too? Did they start every quarter?
Second, yes.
Yeah, and so that was awesome. I saw earlier Jasmine had a couple opportunities to try to score. We tried to get it to her. And then we just got in the flow of make the passes where they're at. And, of course, when we got back in, so many girls made so many good passes. And that's why our starters all are over 2 assists a game and probably 12-plus. And that was just awesome. But I thought, what a great night for seniors and a great night for all the girls. And then you threw a wrench in and threw the sophomores. And I knew Kendall Byquist and I knew Scott. But 11 wasn't in your program, and you threw a quick one on me here.
Yeah, I blame the assistants, I guess. I don't know. Mia Elfritz and then Kalia Scott was the other ones that were out there. So, and they've done a good job in practice, so we wanted to reward them, get them some time and things like that. But, you know, this kind of night was about the seniors, and I'm really proud of them.
Oh, and I thought they did a great job, and I really loved the video before the ball game. Tell you the truth, and I'm a softie. I had tears. I mean, I was going, how am I going to broadcast now after I'm starting to tear up on that? Because these girls have been fun.
Yeah, it's a special group, and they know that. And there was a lot of tears in the locker room after the game, even a few that Bree Lander, dude, doesn't even like basketball, she says. But, you know, so no, but they're all good kids, and it was fun. So now we'll enjoy a little cake and hanging out with the family and friends.
Bree can shoot, too. She needs to know that. She hit that shot from outside. She had a three not long ago. Leah needs to shoot from outside. This is just my comments here, and I love you to death. She's not shooting enough, and Layla needs to get those shots off. I love it when she got 4 in a row, but that's the key to this team, too. Our inside passing is great. When we play those big teams, we need to draw them out by hitting on the perimeter.
And we're doing a better job of that at times. We just got to be a little bit more consistent. And, you know, they're high school kids, and it's day in and day out. So we'll get back at it. You know, tomorrow, nice little bus trip to Moline and end up the Western Big Six here. Hopefully we'll take care of business on the road and get two wins for JV and varsity.
Cannot wait for the Moline game. And then, of course, next Monday, Belleville East. And I'm going to give a shout-out to Dax's uncle. I believe it was his uncle. As early in the game, Marty Hull's head was right here, and he said his head's in the shot. And for you down there, that's the body of Coach Dance that you're seeing right now in the screen there. So if it looks like a bodybuilder, it's just Coach Dance.
So, and Monday it did get switched, so we are at 6 o'clock Monday. We got it switched, so we're not the late game Monday night.
Awesome. Then so it was 7:30.
It was 7:30. Now it's 6 o'clock. So those teams all accommodated us, which I greatly appreciate. It helps us on the travel since everybody else drives 10 minutes and we drive 2:40.
But guess what? You just put Coach Pettit, who's going to try to get down to the 7:30 game from Rockford. He's taking a day off that one, or leaving it early, because he will not miss that game down there.
There you go. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We got to get through tomorrow first, but it'll be a good week next week for us.
Doesn't it just feel like we just had our first home game against Pleasant Plains not long ago?
It doesn't seem very long ago. The basketball season's a grind, but we definitely got through it. It's a, you know, like I said, and you attribute it to these kids because day in and day out they come into work ready to go to practice, and they make it enjoyable.
And we're not ready to end yet, and I know you want to get down and have some cake before the girls do. So, Coach, thank you very much. We'll enjoy tomorrow night up. But it is Wharton Fieldhouse, don't they play?
Yes,
because you know sometimes the girls don't play it there.
No, well, every year I've been there, we've played there, so we'll be there.
And that's not a problem because our gym, Rocky's gym, I like those gymnasiums. So, well, go ahead and congratulate tonight, and we will talk to you tomorrow night.
Sounds good. Thanks for coming.
And that's Coach Brad Dance. Of course, he is powered by Cunis Honda and Cunis Hyundai. glad when those guys come up early, then I can break down the scoring and wrap it up here. So glad you've been out with us and all season. It's not over yet, folks. We got a week to go, and we got next week as well, and then we'll try to pick up teams as it goes in the postseason. We got 4 teams, and unlike the old days where Class A and Double A were 1 week, and then 4A was another week where we could, jump across town, we are basically girls are all 1 week, boys are all in 1 week. It's been the last couple of years, I believe, and we will handle that. So let's break the scoring down. First for the Devils with their 23rd victory of the season. Layla Day led the way with 16 points and 4 threes in a row, 3 in the third quarter and 1 in the fourth quarter. 13 points out of Jada Brown off the bench. You didn't hear that much this season as a senior started every quarter. 9 points out of Taylor Foey from her senior night here. Then we dropped down to 7 points from Bree Leonard. I said Bree can score. 5 points there from Miley Loncourt. We had a 3 by Cameron Byquist, but it was the old-fashioned way, getting fouled and hitting the free throw. We also had a 3 from Madeline Hamby. That's the conventional way from out behind the arc. And in the ball game, Leah Chevalier, Kate Medemeyer, Jasmine Lewis. Oh, and I forgot Scott's first name, Kendall Byquist, Scott, and also Mia Ellifritz. So with that, they snuck the younger players in there, but we love it. Thank you, Coach Dance. That was 58, by the way, for the Devils. On the other side, 7 points out of Abby Martin. All those in the fourth quarter. Good ball player out there. 6 points out of Zaria Reese. We also had 5 points from Bailey Pugh. Also 5 points from Mariah Mayfield. And I did say Reese had 6 points. 3 points from McKenna Hull. 2 points from Allison Faulkner. And 1 from Creek Mom. And so that's your lineup in there. Also in the game was Ferguson Minor. That's Caitlin. And we had 2 for her. Sienna Minor came in the ball game as well. Kendall Stewart. And I believe that, and late in the ball game, Josie Peters got in the game. I forgot to mention her as Lucas Peters sat right to my right and said she probably won't get in the ball game. When I closed the game, he turned and said she did get in the game. So I got to remember Josie Peters got in the game. That's Lucas Peters' daughter. Thank you, Lucas, there, by the way, for a couple of the comments on, no, that wasn't a foul, that was a jump ball. I almost put the headphones on and made him colored commentator. So, well, we've had fun here on senior night. We're going to close it out as get ready with a night full of sleep because we've got Wharton Fieldhouse 2 in a row and Jacksonville, the Bowl, on Saturday night. So senior night from Quincy High Blue Devil Gymnasium. The final, the Blue Devils 58, the Hannibal Pirates 28. And we close this one out with a great night. This has been Jeff Wellman, and it's been Blue Devil Basketball on MeccaSportsCo.com. Good night, everyone.